Hey, welcome back, everyone. It's me, Mr. Nintendo. Nintendo. All right, so we're switching gears a little bit. So I want to take you down the memory lane. This was a month ago. Uh, what was it, October? Actually, it's almost 2 months. It was October 2nd. So this was like 2 months ago, October 2nd, when I was doing a open beta on my Xbox Series X. I also played it on the PC, but I mainly was playing it on the Xbox Series X. This is Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Alright. I know that the campaign, it's not everyone's favorite. I get it. I understand. But when I was playing multiplayer of Call of Duty Black Ops 7 with my friends, with Shuki and Brendan, when me, Shuki, and Brendan, when we were playing this game, as you will see on this video, we were having a good time. We were enjoying it, and all three of us felt that we were having more fun playing this game than Battlefield 6. Because Battlefield 6, you're constantly getting, hit by one bullet, you go down, and you have to call for a medic. Everybody needs a medic, right? And we got tired of that. And not to mention people were, manipulating, cheating. It was just not for me. It was not for my friends. We didn't enjoy it. So we switched gears and we started playing Black Ops 7. And in Black Ops 7, honestly, this is where I felt like, all right, the maps are small, they're not big, everything it's nice and fluid and fast. I felt that Black Ops 7 was always more fluid, was always more fast, versus Battlefield 6. Battlefield 6 felt like I was 600 pounds, running out of breath, and I always need a medic. When I was playing Call of Duty Black Ops 7 open beta, I felt, hey man, this is fun. We're having fun. Everybody's running fast. Everything's fast. Everybody's sliding fast, changing magazines fast, using all these different gadgets and different weapons, advanced weapons that are available in this game. And I felt like, man, this is more fluid. This is more fun. I'm actually having more fun. So, the point of this video is to tell you, when I played the open beta, I was judging the multiplayer. I wasn't judging a single player because I didn't get a chance to play a single player. But let's be honest about this. I mean, really, let's be honest about this. Everyone's complaining about the single player. And fine, you don't have to like it. Sure, granted, it's not the greatest single player campaign experience. But you know what? I don't even know why people call it a single player campaign, because it's not a single player. It's a cooperative campaign. Yes, I know the story is goofy. Yes, I know the story. It's goofy as majority of the Hollywood movies are. But like, dude, it's not a documentary. It's supposed to be fun. You and your friends get together, have some fun. Yes, I know it's kind of out there. It's not like realistic. But it's an entertainment. It's fictional. It's not supposed to be realistic. It's supposed to be a fun ride. But unfortunately, people did end up looking for that. I don't know. What I'm trying to say is, here's what I'm trying to say, without, dragging this video any longer than it needs to be. What I'm trying to say is, I understand if you didn't like a campaign. And I don't know why you guys are calling a single player campaign. It is a cooperative. You can play up to 4 players. you can have 3 of your friends to join you. Isn't that fun? That you can play this game and have 3 people to join you on a campaign. Doesn't that add any value? And I talked about this. I think to me, it adds value. I don't care how goofy the story is. I look at it as, hey, this is fun value. It's goofy story, I know, but so is every other Hollywood movie out there has a goofy story. But people still watch it because it's fun. But anyway, apparently people don't care about having the cooperative mode in a single player campaign, right? Nor do they care about the zombies mode. Nor do they care about this multiplayer either. So here's my question to all the individuals who are refunding this game. And this is me being genuine. People who are refunding this game, people who are trashing Call of Duty, let me ask you this. If you enjoyed Black Ops 6 and you have Beavis and Butthead and all these other skins, what's the difference here? How come you're not enjoying this now? Wait a minute. So last year, you have no problems praising Black Ops 6. But this year, you have a problem playing Black Ops 7. Why? What's changed? What's changed? Is it because of Battlefield 6? I think Battlefield 6 has something to do with this, honestly. I think deep down, people are playing the game. Deep down in their inner core, deep down in their soul, I know that they're playing Black Ops. How do I know that they're playing Black Ops 7? Because I can see people playing it, live streaming it on a YouTube, on a Twitch, on a Rumble, on a Kick, on a Kick.com. I can see them playing it all over the place. So what does that tell me? It tells me that that people are still enjoying Black Ops 7. It's not all that gloom and doom. And I know people want to paint this picture of gloom and doom. And look, man, I get it. I don't want to repeat myself like a broken record. I get it. You don't like the story. But Jesus Christ, is that why you purchased Call of Duty Black Ops 7? Because of a story? Look, even with Modern Warfare 2, yes, I appreciated the Modern Warfare 2 story is one of my favorites in 2009. Right? Was it 2009, November? It was one of my favorite Call of Duties. The story of Modern Warfare 2 is certainly one of the best. I don't think they'll ever be able to top that story, campaign. Just like EA DICE will never be able to top a Battlefield 3 campaign story. But everybody's acting as if the story campaign of Battlefield 6 is anything better or anything greater. Have you played Battlefield 6 campaign? I did. I recorded videos in 4K, true 4K videos. And guess what? I still managed to enjoy it. Even though I know it was goofy, even though I know it was like a Michael Bay, a ridiculous Michael Bay style story, but I still find a way to enjoy it. Do you want to know why? I still find a way to enjoy it. Because I enjoy video games. I've been enjoying video games since 1984. And I think that's the difference between me and other people. I can proudly say I'm a gamer, even though I have many other hobbies that I like in my life. But I still enjoy gaming because I love gaming. Dude, I can play anything. Give me a Minecraft, I will enjoy Minecraft. Give me Roblox, I will enjoy Roblox. Give me Tetris, I will enjoy Tetris. I don't care what game it is, Pac-Man, you name it. I don't care if it's a... Dude, whatever. Any game out there, you give me any game out there, I will enjoy it for what it is. Dude, I played all kinds of games since 1984. You name it. All kinds, everything. Good, the bad, the ugly, you name it. So, I can call myself a gamer because I enjoy all of the above that the gaming has to offer. Now, granted, you can criticize Treyarch's. Is it Treyarch's? Yeah, Treyarch's. You can criticize Treyarch's for... Or Treyarch, I'm sorry. You can criticize Treyarch for the lack of quality story. You can criticize them for that, and that's legitimate criticism. You can criticize them. That's a legitimate criticism. But the problem I see is when all you do is focus only on the campaign. That's all I see. All I see from everybody is everyone is focusing just on a campaign. And I think that's what Swag, you guys know Swag, I think that's what Swag was trying to say as well. Everyone is just focused on, like, trashing the campaign. And that's fine, dude. That's a legitimate criticism. You felt that campaign should have been better. You felt that the campaign story should have been more realistic. It should have been goofy. And that's legitimate criticism. But dude, what about the co-op? Cooperative play. Are you trying to tell me that you're not having fun when you are playing cooperatively? Hold on a second, there's commercials. Can I skip this, please? Yeah, skip. Sorry. Like what I was saying. Like, are you not having fun playing cooperative mode? I watched Angry Joe, and I know he's bashing it and calling it this, calling it that. But you know what, Angry Joe? Are you trying to tell me that you and your friends did not have fun playing that in cooperative mode? It was fun. I had fun watching you guys play. Guess what? It was meant to be goofy. It was meant to be hilarious. It was meant to be like that. It was done intentionally. All right? See, I think this is the point that you guys are missing. The developers from Treyarch, they intentionally wanted it to be goofy. Because they know that you are going to be playing this cooperatively with your friends. And when I watch Angry Joe play, and he did play it yesterday, you guys can go watch that live stream. It's fun. I actually enjoyed watching Angry Joe play with his friends together. It was entertaining. Was that not entertaining? Wasn't that worth the value? Yeah, it was, I would say, because you guys had fun. Yes, you did criticize the goofy story, but at the end of the day, you guys had fun playing a cooperative campaign. And now you can switch to a multiplayer, and then from multiplayer, you can switch to a zombies mode. So, are you trying to tell me that the Call of Duty Black Ops 7 has no value with these three different multiplayer modes? Cooperative mode, and I don't know why people call it single player campaign. Yes, you can play by yourself in a first person, third person mode, but it's not recommended to play it by yourself. It's intended to be played cooperatively. But yes, you could play it in a single player, but it's meant to be played cooperative. So you have three different multiplayer modes. Cooperative mode, up to 4 players. multiplayer mode, which is this one, and then the zombies mode. So that's three different modes that you can play. That's the three different modes of multiplayer that you can play. Doesn't that have any value? This is my whole point I was trying to make. Doesn't that have any value? I think it does. I think it does have a value. And the reason I'm showing you this old video from 2 months ago, I'm showing you this old video from 2 months ago because people who say that this is the worst Call of Duty ever, I just don't see it that way. I see a value in this. The value is replay value. The value is, guess what? We can play this together with friends. We can have a good time. All right? We can have a great Friday night, Saturday night, Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day playing this. Get on a party chat and play and have fun. What's the difference between this and the Black Ops 6? I'm sorry, I just don't see the difference. Now, the difference is, of course, the maps. They have different maps. But other than that, it's still like the same exact formula. It's still exact same Call of Duty game. It's just you don't like the goofy story. So my question to everybody is, if you are refunding Call of Duty, if you are returning Call of Duty, and if you are trashing Call of Duty because of a goofy story, then you are buying Call of Duty for the wrong reasons. All right? Then you should have never purchased a Call of Duty. What's the main attraction of Call of Duty? What is like the main attraction? The main attraction of Call of Duty and Battlefield is what? Multiplayer, right? The multiplayer is the main attraction. It always has been and always will be. It's multiplayer. That's what people care about. People don't buy Call of Duty because they're expecting some, The Witcher 3 storyline or Cyberpunk storyline or Grand Theft Auto 5 storyline or Red Dead Redemption 2. Let's just use Red Dead Redemption. Okay, they're not buying Call of Duty expecting to see a Red Dead Redemption 2 story, or The Last of Us story, or the God of War story, or Spider-Man type story, That's why they have those games. That's why the Spider-Man is there from Insomniac Games. That's why we have Naughty Dog, The Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2, and the Uncharted series. Okay? The main reason people buy Call of Duty, and I think that's what Treyarch is thinking. People are buying Call of Duty for the multiplayer. They're not buying Call of Duty because of the story. And this is the problem I have, like, trying to understand this. Like, this notion that you guys are bringing out. This is your excuse. The reason I'm going to stop playing Call of Duty, the reason I'm returning Call of Duty and refunding Call of Duty, it's because the story sucks. Well, guess what? Nobody cares about the story. That's at least what I think. I don't care about the story. The main reason I play Call of Duty, it's because of this, the multiplayer. And one of the reasons I praised Black Ops 7 multiplayer is because I was having fun. Me, Brandon, and Shuki. It's all documented here on this video. All three of us were having fun playing Black Ops 7. It's not like something I can, lie about. It's not something I can, pretend There's no pretending. There's no lying. It's all documented. We enjoyed it. So I can't say that I didn't enjoy it. Neither Brendan can say that he didn't enjoy it because he told me he did enjoy it when we were playing it. Neither can Shuki tell me that he didn't enjoy it because he told me he enjoyed it. It's all documented here 2 months ago when we were playing it. So my question is to everyone out there is, fine, if you want to criticize Treyarch for a goofy story, that's understandable. That's legitimate, criticism. Fine. The story should have been better. Maybe they can release a DLC with a better story, right? With a cooperative play, so you can do a cooperative play again through a DLC. They might do that. Who knows? Through DLC. But for you to say that this is the worst Call of Duty and this Call of Duty, it's rest in peace and it's dead, that's just ridiculous, man. I just don't understand that. Like, how could you say that Call of Duty is dead? How could you say that Call of Duty, it's rest in peace? This is the trouble I'm having with, and I'm pretty sure Swag, and I know Swag is sponsored by Activision, but he makes some interesting points. Like, guys, like, what about the multiplayer? Like, are we going to just ignore the multiplayer? Are we just going to ignore the multiplayer and zombies mode and the cooperative mode? Are we just gonna ignore all of that? Is that what we're going to do? We're just going to ignore? All of these cool features that Call of Duty has, from a cooperative play on a campaign, and who knows, campaign might have a DLC. Are we going to ignore the zombies mode? Are we going to ignore the multiplayer mode? All those 3 different modes, we're just going to ignore it and not give this game any recognition? But yet Battlefield 6 only has 9 maps. 9 maps, and they all suck. I just don't understand the double standards here, man. Like, they all act as if Battlefield 6 is something better. Battlefield 6 is not all that. It's not. It's okay at best. Battlefield 6, it's okay at best. Battlefield 3, I mean, are you kidding me, dude? Battlefield 6 cannot even hold a glass of water to Battlefield 3. Are you kidding me? I'm sorry. So why is everybody acting that, Battlefield 6 is this holier than thou, holy grail? That's my problem that I'm having understanding. And I think this is what Swag is trying to understand as well. Like, and he played Battlefield. Swag did play Battlefield. Yes, he's sponsored by Treyarch and Activision. He's not hiding that fact. He's invited to their studios and all that, but he makes some good, interesting points. I was watching latest Swag video, and he makes some good points. He talks about the positives and the negatives of the Call of Duty Black Ops 7, but I just don't subscribe into this idea, this notion that Call of Duty is dead, that Black Ops 7 is the worst Call of Duty of all time. Dude, come on. If it's the worst Call of Duty of all time, then why are people playing it? People are playing it. Yeah, otherwise there would be no servers. You wouldn't be able to find a match. There'd be no servers open. There would be. I think they would close all the servers if there's no one is playing. They're not gonna. Activision will not run any servers if no one's playing it. But their servers, they're open. They're very active. A lot of people are on there. Even right now, as we speak, a lot of people are playing. So, you know what I mean? I just don't understand this whole notion of like the Call of Duty is dead. Don't bother with the Call of Duty. Don't bother with the Black Ops 7. Like I said, if Call of Duty Black Ops 7, it's officially rest in peace, officially dead, right? So then explain this to me, genius. Why are the servers still running? Why there's so many people on the servers? You can jump in on the Black Ops 7 and you will not have any problems or issues finding a match. Like there's tons of people playing. Like you shouldn't have any problems or issues jumping on a multiplayer match. So what does that mean? It means that Call of Duty is not dead. Black Ops 7, it's not dead. You could say that it's the campaign story is goofy. You can criticize that. That's legitimate criticism. I understand it. I get it. But so is the Battlefield 6 goofy story as well. Yeah, Battlefield 6 story was goofy as well. Campaign. But I still played it. I still enjoyed it for what it is. Even though it was goofy. It was okay. The villain was so goofy. It was really bad. But you know what? I still enjoyed it for what it is. All I'm saying is, guys, if you have like a legitimate criticism of the game and the game it's not working, it's like 30 FPS and the game it's glitching or the servers are kicking you out, you can't even join a server, like if you have some technical issues with the game, yo, that's legitimate. Right there, you could say this is the worst Call of Duty, right? But everything's running smooth, everything's great, but you're not going to like acknowledge any of that stuff. To me, I'm sorry. It's like you should be able to acknowledge like all of these features that Black Ops 7 has and just how well it runs. Honestly, and that's one of the reasons why I'm showing you this video. Now you guys can go watch this live stream. This live stream, it's like 3 hours and a half or something like that. It's a pretty long, it's 3 hours and 36 minutes. I've done many different, streams of this. I've done like 6 days, total of 6 days of Black Ops 7 live streams 2 months ago. So all I'm saying is this: hey man, you don't have to like the game, but at least have some legitimate arguments. If you're gonna bring an argument to say that this is the worst Call of Duty of all time, elaborate. Why is it the worst Call of Duty of all time? What makes it the worst? You can't just use a campaign to say, ooh, the story. Wait a minute. The story campaign cooperative mode works well. There are no issues, no technical issues, no slowdowns in a performance. It runs a smooth 60 FPS and 120 FPS on an ultra-wide screen with 120 Hz refresh rate. Runs smooth as a butter. The servers are running smooth as a butter. No issues on the servers. Super fast, super quick to find a match to play the game. So then what seems to be the issue? There's a zombies mode, smooth as a butter, runs great. There's a very extensive multiplayer mode, which is an amazing multiplayer mode. It's very extensive. It's a lot of fun. A lot of cool maps to play. What I mean by extensive, there's a lot of cool different modes within the multiplayer modes, including the most famous one, Team Deathmatch, Domination, right? So Domination is the one that everybody's playing. So if you're going to say that this is the worst Call of Duty, that this game is dead, that this is garbage, okay, then bring the argument with some factual information where you can bring the argument with some facts, where you can say, okay, here's the reason why this is the worst Call of Duty. It's running at 30 FPS. It has technical glitches, technical problems, not well optimized. It takes forever to find a match, constantly get kicked out of the match. All sorts of problems with the graphics popping in and out, technical issues. That's legitimate criticism. And yes, you could say this is the worst Call of Duty. But if your argument is going to be, it's the worst Call of Duty because I didn't like the goofy story in a campaign, I'm sorry. That doesn't qualifies it as the worst Call of Duty. You could say it's not your favorite campaign, fine, but for you to say that, to bring the argument and for you to say that this is the worst Call of Duty because simply you didn't like the campaign, but you had fun playing it together with your friends, I'm sorry. To me, this just doesn't hold a glass of water as a winning argument. For me, to win an argument, you have to present the argument. But what are you presenting? You're just presenting only one thing, one narrative. The story is goofy. Okay, so then why don't you present the same argument for the Battlefield 6? Battlefield 6 story is goofy as well. But we're not going to mention that. So, again, you're just driving a narrative. See, this is the issue, just like politics. Pepsi and Coca-Cola. Everyone is driving their narrative. The Coca-Cola is trying to tell you that's better than Pepsi, and Pepsi is trying to tell you that they're better than Coca-Cola. And that's what you have here as well. You got this fan base of Battlefield fanboys versus Call of Duty fanboys. But none of them bring any legitimate arguments. I bring legitimate arguments, just like I did with Battlefield 6 when I was doing the open beta with Battlefield 6. It's all documented. Please, guys, feel free to watch those live streams. It's all there. Please, go and watch them. They're there. I don't delete nothing. It's all there for you to watch. I gave Battlefield 6 a legitimate try with the open beta. And I even tried the full version of the game. Okay? But my criticisms were legitimate. I talked about the issues with the game being kind of too slow, the maps being too small. It doesn't feel like a Battlefield. It feels like it's trying to be a mixture of Call of Duty and Battlefield, like almost like a bipolar situation where it doesn't know what it wants to be. It's like it's having a identity crisis. That's what I was saying about Battlefield 6. It doesn't feel like a Battlefield. When I play Battlefield 2042, it feels like a Battlefield. When I play Battlefield 6, it doesn't feel like a Battlefield. But I bring legitimate arguments. I bring a legitimate arguments to present my case. You know, there's a substance. With everything that I say, I have a substance to bring my argument, to present my argument. With you guys, there is no substance to present your argument. It's just, everybody's saying that the campaign sucks. Why don't we all just jump on that same train? That same bandwagon. Let's just go on that bandwagon. Let's just complain about how terrible the campaign is. Okay, you don't like the campaign, but just because you don't like it doesn't mean other people will not find it enjoyable. Maybe me and my friends, if we decide to play it, if I team up with Shuki, Brendan, and Mr. Mike, I guarantee you, both me, Shuki, Brendan, and Mr. Mike, and even Mamba Man, all of us will have a good with a goofy story. We'll have a great goofy time. We'll enjoy it. Even though the story is goofy, we get it. It's not the Academy Award winning story. But if you're going to bring the argument that The reason why this is the worst Call of Duty, it's because the story is goofy, the campaign is goofy. That doesn't necessarily makes it the worst Call of Duty. Because then, if you're going to use that same argument for Call of Duty, then you should use that same argument for Battlefield 6. But you can't have it both ways, guys. We can't have any double standards. I'm not like sitting here telling everybody, ooh, you must worship Call of Duty. You must love Call of Duty. It's okay if you don't love Call of Duty. That's fine. But don't bring this cheap argument. Oh, this is the worst Call of Duty. Call of Duty is dead. Call of Duty rest in peace because why? Why? Question mark. Oh, here's the reason why. Because of a goofy campaign. I just don't subscribe to that notion. Oh, it's a goofy campaign, but we're going to ignore everything else. We're going to ignore the ability to have a cooperative mode, to play together with your friends throughout the campaign in a cooperative mode. We're going to ignore that. We're going to ignore the fact that you can also choose a third-person mode versus the first-person mode as well to play the cooperative mode. We're going to ignore a very extensive multiplayer mode that's in the Call of Duty with all of these cool maps that they have. We're going to ignore a very extensive zombies mode that they have. We're going to ignore all of that. And we're just going to focus on goofy campaign story. I'm sorry, guys. I just don't see it that way. I don't subscribe to that. Okay. That's honestly my opinion. And I didn't really want this video to be too long, but I wanted to show you the video, the live stream that I did. Because I like to bring credibility and evidence. Everything that I say, I can back it up. I can present the evidence. While some of you are just hearsay, and here's my narrative agenda. See, I don't go by narrative agenda because narrative agenda will never win any case. What wins the case is substance. Present the credibility with some sort of substance. Okay, if you want to win the argument, bring some substance, some constructive substance where you can present your case with legitimate criticism. And I have yet to see that. I've been watching all of these videos criticizing Call of Duty, Black Ops 7, and everybody is just like a fly on a poop. I'm trying to keep this PG. I'm not trying to use profanity. Everybody's like a fly on a poop. What is the poop? The poop. The poop in the toilet. Okay, I'll say the word just one time. Shit. Everybody's like a fly on the shit, right? On the campaign. But they ignore everything else. I'm sorry, I just don't buy that argument. People say, oh, the numbers are going down. I don't care about the numbers. The numbers always fluctuate. The numbers go down, they go up, they go down. It's like a stock market. It fluctuates. Okay? It's not always going to stay like that. The game just got released recently. So yeah, it's having a little bit of a downfall, but it is going to pick up again. Okay? So, I'm sorry. I'm just not buying your argument. This is the reason why this is the worst Call of Duty. You can't just bring an argument to say it's because of a goofy campaign. Okay, if we're going to play it like that, then bring the same argument to Battlefield 6. Then why don't you bring the same argument to Battlefield 6? The Battlefield 6 is the worst Battlefield game because it has a very goofy campaign. Just as goofy as Black Ops 7. Even though Black Ops 7 has a cooperative mode, while the Battlefield 6 doesn't have a cooperative mode, nor does it have a zombies mode. nor does it have an extensive, fun multiplayer maps as fun as they are on the Black Ops 7. All right, so anyway, I didn't really want this video to be 40 minutes, but I really felt that I needed to like make this video and really talk about this Call of Duty Black Ops 7 drama, you know, because I felt I needed to put some things in perspective, because I don't see anybody else out there on the YouTube put things in perspective the way I put them in perspective. All right. Other than Swag, you know, Swag made some good points, which I agree with him. I agree with Swag. You know, he's not saying this is the greatest Call of Duty of all time, but for people to say that this is the worst Call of Duty of all time, I mean, based on what? You didn't like the campaign? That is your argument? You didn't like the campaign, but you had fun playing it with your buddies, with your friends in the cooperative mode? And you're still having fun playing a multiplayer mode? You're still having fun playing zombies mode? But it's the worst Call of Duty of all time? I'm sorry, I'm just not subscribing to that. Anyway, I'm sorry that the video is too long. I apologize. That I know you guys don't like these long videos, but it is a Friday night and it is a holiday season. I felt I needed to give you a much longer video to watch. Okay? And this is my opinion. This is my perspective. You don't have to agree with it. You don't have to, you know, agree with what I'm saying. You are more than welcome to have your opinions down in the comments. But hopefully you will understand where I'm coming from. Hopefully you guys will understand my perspective with this whole Call of Duty drama that's been going on lately. Okay? And I'm just trying to give you a different perspective. Thank you. Love you guys. Happy holidays. Happy holidays.